They're an insect you might have seen before. In darkness, when all you can hear are snores. When flowers begin to bloom or leaves start to fall, that's when you'll have your closest call.
Yes! Oh, hi Wren. You're probably going to have better luck finding a bogong moth outside at night, not here in the ABC studio.
Yeah, look, you have a point.
Kristen is probably right. In fact, she definitely is. But there's a chance you've seen one of these Australian native insects before, maybe hanging around your window at night.
Bogons are probably not what people think. I always expected them to be really big, but they're kind of just a medium-sized moth. They're only about, 3 centimetres long, and they always hold their wings sort of flat.
Right now, Bogong moths are in the middle of their spring migration, when they leave their breeding grounds across the country and travel up to 1,000 kilometres to Victoria's cooler mountains. But Kristen says in recent years, fewer and fewer Bogong moths have been making this journey.
They used to emerge in their millions. They would cover the opera house and make the walls of the opera house go from white to brown. But now there's maybe you might get 50 on the opera house, which is a big decline.
And it's not just insect enthusiasts like Chris that will miss bogongs if they disappear. This is a mountain pygmy possum. Aww. These adorable little marsupials are also critically endangered, and their favourite food is, yep, you guessed it, Bogong moths.
When the mountain pygmy possums first wake up after hibernation in winter, they're really hungry and they need a really good feed to get them going so that they can breed. And they use Bogong moths as almost like a little protein bar.
To save the possums, we need to save the moths, and Zoos Victoria is asking you guys to help by using an app called Moth Tracker.
Anyone out there who's got a camera takes a photo of what they think is a Bogong moth, even if you're not quite sure, get the photo and submit it. And even if it's not, both sightings will get logged onto the website, and then that website anyone can access and have a look and see where the Bogong moths are turning up and when they're being observed.
So already the information that's coming out of Moth Tracker is pretty exciting. Like already we know, they don't just go up the east coast and end up in Queensland and come back again. We actually know that they do this even greater migration right across the country to Western Australia.
Chris says, like all insects, these little guys play a huge part in our ecosystems, and every one of us can make a difference to their survival.
If you want to have an ocean, you have to have drops of water. And each of those sightings is just a drop of water, but together they make a whole ocean of evidence for scientists that can be used to support future populations of bogons and to bring them back from the brink.